All right, see, we are getting the item here. So we've been able to now get items from a particular model, and then we've also been able to post items. So now what I want us to do is I want us to oops, I keep on coming here. Let me close this one. Yeah, so inside here during the saving we can get an error, right? For instance, if we choose to ignore this one, I think that one we made it quite true, right? So let's try and save this and ignore the name and let's see what will happen. So let's make a post request. All right, so I mean post request. So let's make a post request. So we are getting an error, right? Which is subject validation failed name. So we are getting some error. So in order for us to handle that error, let's try and then inside here let's pass in an error, right? Let's catch the error here, and then let's say rest. Oops, not that place here. Rest dot send, and then let me use JSON. It's been a long time, so let me first use the status. Then let's pass in, I think 409 is rejected or conflicts, any of them. We'll figure it out later, and then let's pass in the JSON. Then here I would like to say error or message, right? So let's say message, oops, so message, and then now let's pass in the error, right? What's happening? Okay, everything is fine. So now let's try and make a request again. Okay, cannot set headers after, so let me, like, it's after it's done sending this one, it can also send another one. That's why it's doing that error. So let's comment that one in. Now let's try it again. All right, so we are getting a status code with conflict, right? Yeah, I want us to send the error message. So press dot JSON. Let's send it. Okay, we are getting the error message, right? Now let's tap. We can tap into the actual error message. So but I just need the error message. All right, so we are getting the error message, right? So this is how we can also handle our error, right? Good. So let me bring back the name field and then the subject name. All right, so I think yeah, that's so we've been able to get post and then get items and also make post request, right? So our next one, we're actually looking at CRUD, right? When I say CRUD, I mean create, read, update, and delete, right? So we've been able to create, which is this one. We read, which was from the get, and then we can update and also delete, right? So I want us to look at update, right? You see, Mongoose is actually making it simple for us, easy for us, because we've been able to just tap into find and then also. But then I want us to look at something here, right? Let's say we already have Puffer here in a database, right? Let me actually think I want to refresh. Okay, so now let's make another request before I continue. So the same data, right? Oops, what's wrong? This is API result sending response to API basic subject. This will result to oops. So we're actually getting errors, right? Don't worry, this part of it. But what do you do wrong here? Oh, okay, sorry. You see here, I'm sorry guys, I'm really sorry. So we have to first check if error, then you pass in. If there is no error, then we can send this message to the user, and then let's now send this if there is an error, right? So it was trying to get us an error message whilst there was no error. So as I explained to you earlier on, like for this one for instance, this one, once there is an error, send subject will be set to now, right? So same implies here, once there is an error, this error will be set to that error message or error, whatever it comes with. But then if there is no error, this error will be set to now. So we were trying to just pull message from a null. That was why it gave us this. Sorry, I'm actually sorry guys. So let's move on. It's also part of what do you call it, studies. You have to make mistakes, learn from mistakes. Sometimes too, you just have to relax and then understand it. Okay, don't worry, we'll be good to go. So now let's try it again. If there is an error, you'll find out the solution for it. Okay, so everything is working perfect. So now let's go and check. So let's refresh. So Control Shift out to refresh the document. So now I wanted us to send another one. Come. All right, so this is what I was talking about. You see, we've gotten a duplicated document here, right? 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. We can actually prevent that, right? That's when the checks comes in, right? So inside here, we can, before saving, we could check if it already exists. If it exists, we tell the client that, oh, this subject already exists, right? Sorry. Yeah, so, oh wow, I thought we were actually dealing with students. That's why I used Fafa here. sorry. So if subjects, then we could talk of mathematics, science, and stuff. Fafa is now a subject. Don't worry. Yeah, it's a whole concept. The guy is a whole concept. Don't worry. So now let's try and check. So you tap into our subject model. Your subject dot find, right? So if we're able to find a subject with a particular, so now you see, first when we're finding the whole thing, we just pass in subject to find and we pass in our callback functions, right? But then here we want to add some, make some what do you say, parameters, right? We want to add some parameters so it can find with that parameter. So we can even use find one instead of find. So find one, right? So and sorry, and in here we will pass in the what do you say, what do you call the name, right? We want it to exist one, so we pass in the name. So then we pass in the subject name, the name we are getting from the user, right? So subject name. All right, then we pass in. Good. Now we can now give our callback function, so error, then find subject right here. All right, so this is how it is. So we will check if there is no error, fine. But then if you were able to find a subject, then it means it already exists. Then we can just say, oh, the subject already exists. So we can't add another subject with the same name, right? But then if it doesn't exist, then we can go ahead and save it. So if there is no error. Then we check if find, right? If find subject, then means it already exists. So you just send a message. I think that is a conflict message. So let's dot send. Let's say subject name. So subject name. Let's concatenate it and say subject name already exist, right? But if it doesn't exist, then we can go ahead and save it. So else. So let me cut this, all these stuffs, cut it and paste it right here. So what you are doing is you are going to check if that find is already exists. If it already exists, then you just send this. So we are not going to even save it. But if it doesn't exist, then we can go ahead and save it, right? So let's try it again. So using the same, so let's try it. It says Fafa already exists. But then let me change this one to an actual subject. So let's say ICT, right? Now let me, I think the level, let me give it IT is a whole mode. So let me send it. Okay, so you made post request. Oops, that message actually doesn't sound well. So let's say created successfully, all right, something like that. Or let's try and then send what we created to the user. So the subject, right? Let's copy it and send it to the user. Now let's see. Once you send again, it says ICT already exists. So let's say science, right? Now let's send it. It says, so you are getting what we created, right? So I think I'll end it here. I actually realized that there was some background noise in it. Don't worry, guys. Pardon us for today. Yeah, but then we wanted to give you guys some videos to help each other, right? Yeah, so practice on it, right? Before you get back to the next video, I want you to go to the next section of it. I'll leave a link below. Go to the Mongoose documentation, do a video on it, and then find a way to delete an item from it before you get back to the next video. All right, so see you. If you haven't joined this community, please join the community, right? We are going to provide you guys with a bunch of stuff. And also watch out, we have some another session of video teaching coming up. I'm going to teach you guys how you can learn UI designing, right? It's another level. Macbeth is really good in UI, so he also take you through how you can create good, say, quality UI designs, right? Yeah, so I also thank all my board members. They're actually helping us. We have Moz has been teaching you guys in CMO, right? He's really good. Yeah, we also have our technical staffs there. GMOs, I see you guys, he's really good. But then let me tell you, if you want something concerning fashions, phone accessories, I will leave the guy's number below. Just link up. Phone accessory, everything. Wherever you are, deliveries and stuffs, they are going to take care of it, right? So you talk of sneakers, tops, downs, everything, phone accessories, phones, whatever you want, just link up. I'll leave the contact down below. You can reach out and then we can sort you out with it, right? Thank you guys. See you next.